Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a slightly earlier than normal The APAT Show. Leigh, we're doing something a bit more fun tonight.
Well, yeah. We had a plan, as we've always got a plan, Des. You know,
always got a plan.
That is always got a plan. Unfortunately, things are running a little bit later than we thought they might. Over in Ash, we were hoping to be talking about now, bringing you up a kind of final table of the German APAT German Championship. They are slightly overrunning, Des. They're about, I think we're down to something like 20 odd players, we think, at the moment. So yeah, it is overrunning a little bit. So probably we're not going to be able to bring you that final table, but we're certainly gonna drop in on what's going on over there, and so you guys can all kind of check out what's happening over in Ash. Huge. They put €100,000 guarantee on that main event. They've smashed it. 140 something odd thousand, I think.
Absolutely fantastic.
Is the numbers. So yeah, absolutely smashed that completely. So superb effort from all of the guys, Sandra and all of the team out there. Very well done to them. But we have got the usual APAT satellite on the go tonight, so we'll keep you in check with all of that as that plays out. There's currently let's have a look. We've currently got 9 runners left in it, 12 entries, 13 rebuys. I haven't even got to the add-on yet. There's late reg for another. They're on a break at the moment, so I think there's probably going to be about maybe another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe. Actually, no, maybe a bit longer than that, actually. 15, 20 minutes maybe of late reg to go. You've got till level 12 on that one if you want to get involved. We're currently at level 9. So actually, yes, you've got about 25, 30 minutes if you want to get involved in that. Do jump in, because they say there's 1 seat guaranteed. But the way we're looking, by the time you throw in some add-ons here and maybe a few more people jumping into it, we'll certainly get a little bit of cash on board as well. So we're going to keep an eye on that. So if you want to get involved in that, get on to groverpoker.com. Go and click on, if you're on the downloadable version, you go into events, partners, APAT, and you'll find it there. If you're on the app, I think the easiest way to find it on the app is just to hit the search thing and type APAT in there, and you'll bring it up. That's the quickest way to find it on there. But do get involved. It's switched over now, so it's a fiver rebuy with a 140 seat guaranteed for an APAT event of your choosing. Play for 2025 or 2026 now if you want to. We've extended it through to next year as well. So if you want to play satellite now for something for next year, you are very welcome to do so. Entirely up to you what you want to do. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Say we're 2 tables at the moment because we're 9-handed. But like I say, we've got a feed from Ash Des, which is quite exciting, isn't it? Really. So they've got a full proper feature table over there with whole cards and everything. So it's all on the necessary delay. So we're not going to show you unless you're telling me, Des, you've got like the raw feed going on here, and we're getting this before they get to see it over there.
This feed is so raw, Leigh. It's so raw that we're seeing the cards before the players are actually seeing the cards. We're seeing the cards a little bit early. We like to call this the full tilt feed.
That is super impressive. So they say they are down to they came back from the break with 27 left.
Yeah.
Now. So they are. I say they'll have lost a few more now. That's the only thing that we don't get to necessarily completely see. But to give you an idea, so blinds are currently 75,000, 150,000 with a big blind ante of 150. Average stat was about 4 million when I looked, which would be about sort of 25 bigs or so. So yeah, plenty of. They're all in the money because it's paid about the top 140, I think it was, as I recall. So we've got names on the screen, we've got cards on the screen, and so we can follow a little bit of the action with some of these hands as they're going on. We'll get to know a few of these players for the next hour or so, whilst we also say keep an eye on the online game as well. But yeah, super little feature table over at the Grand Casino Ash. and Sasha and the team are running their stream, which I think has been going now for about 8 hours today, Des. From what I can tell, they put in a serious stint on the final day. Festival started on Wednesday, and it was funny enough. It was the GCA streaming team which took down the team event earlier on in the week. So congratulations to them.
Fix.
Yeah, so superb effort from them. But yeah, so really super cool setup. We are not in control of this feed, so whenever it cuts to anything,
we're never in control of anything, Lee.
It's a little bit like when Sky have the NFL on a Sunday night, and all of a sudden it cuts to some sort of ad break or something that they weren't expecting. We might get the odd bit of that. But
do you know, Lee? The funny thing is, if you're watching the YouTube stream from Grand Casino Ash, and what a magnificent casino this is, we've got a raw feed. So we do have something a little bit different from them in terms of when we go to breaks and stuff like that. But nonetheless, as Lee said, very limited control. Now, you watch the YouTube feed or their Twitch feed. Their Twitch feed is perhaps their bigger of the two feeds. Of course, you have German commentary with Sasha doing a magnificent job over there, as Lee said. We just get the audio from the table, magnificent, but without the commentary. So we can add our own thoughts to play should we see the need to, Lee.
Yeah, no, very much the case. So I say this should be good fun for this evening. I say whilst we're also keeping an eye on our online game as well. That's got another player's jumped into this late on. So we're up to 10 runners at the moment in this. You've got say about another 20 minutes or so if you want to late reg in on Grosvenor Poker. I see one double top 40 is playing bottom of your screen there. Just lost that hand.
There he is.
Just lost that hand, unfortunately. Steve won the satellite this time last week. So yeah, he's looking to see if he can do the double. So good luck to him. But he's only got two bigs left there now. So we will have to see what he does. Number of names that you'll recognise there. Two Cats top of your screen. Got 50 bigs at the moment. Probably one of the chip leaders, I'd imagine, if not the chip leader. Yeah, currently chip leader at the moment. True Real Deal's also in there as well. Skit Tech, Michael Skit's playing as well tonight. So Real Coiley's in again. So yeah, if you fancy getting involved in that, as you know, we normally go live at 9:30. So we'd probably be saying you've got about 10 minutes or so. So is it now at 23 minutes past 9? You've probably got about 20 minutes if you want to get involved in that and see what's going on. It's so much to pay attention to because I've got the screen with the feed for the German Championship to my right as well. I keep looking across and going, "Oh, this looks like a good hand. This is interesting." So
shall we put it up for a few? Shall we put it up for a few hands, Lee?
Put it back on, Des. Great, put it back on. Because hopefully I don't know whether you're catching the same bit. Yeah, you are. You're catching exactly the same bit as me. So Queen 5 Deuce is the board, and Andre's got Ace Queen, and has bet out 475,000 into a pot of about 1.4 million. Jacob had Ace King in this hand as well, and Gregor's obviously hit middle pair here with 6-5. Suited clubs, but obviously no clubs on the board, so really difficult for Gregor to continue this one, and doesn't. There was a bit of a dwell there, I think, with the Ace King. Obviously, the Ace Queen's made a continuation bet on the Queen High flop. Your Ace King there, you're kind of thinking, well, I still might be ahead with Ace King. Really, difficult one to know. But say until we kind of just get an understanding of exactly where they are chips wise. Say the software is really good and all the info is on the screen, so we will pick it up as you're watching it as well. And say we'll start getting a good feel for who's doing what on this table. And hopefully we'll try and get an idea of what numbers they're down to. There's still small pay jumps at the moment. We're not really kind of at the really big tasty pay jumps yet.
And it's a great prize pool, Lee. So 141,000 euros in the main event pot, as you said, 23,700 euros up top. plus a medal, of course. I mean, that can't be too far off our biggest ever payout.
No, it's going to be a pretty decent, tidy sum of money.
Wow.
I mean, so they're currently locked up about 600 euros at the moment, maybe 670, depending on the exact numbers. So the pay jumps are still a little bit light. So it goes 750, then 850, then 990, then 1200, 1700, and as I say, then we start getting into really tasty numbers on that final table. So if you make the final table, say it's 1700, then 2600, 4000, 5600. 7,300, then 9,300, then the top three prizes 12,000 euros, 16,400 euros, and then, as you say, 23,700 euros for the winner. Real big, tasty numbers up top for what will have been. Say they had 5 day ones, I think it was in total for this across the week, and the card room obviously is a big card room there, which gets some really, really good numbers. For a lot of the events, and certainly we've been seeing really impressive numbers for the APAT event every year. Players seem to enjoy it. They're on a very similar structure to what you would see with any normal APAT event. I think it's 25 minutes on day one. They're on a 40-minute clock today, and will have come back obviously in the money with everybody playing from 33 bigs. So yeah, interesting to see. So Josefino with the jacks, never a good way to play jacks, as we always say. Sat on 4.9 million, so it's raised it to 750,000. Hands in the big blind has got 7-4. It's not really much to defend your big blind with. It's 550,000 to make the call. It's only got 1.1 million behind, so it's a case of you're feeling you got live cards and you want to just. Yeah. You just want to shove your blinds now 100k, 200k. So hands has only got, six bigs. So it's a decision. Do you say, okay, my 7-4 is probably live. Do I take a chance with this? That I'm against 2 overcards. Decide, no, not that one. But for hands now down to say once he's put the big small blind in next time round, he's going to pretty much have 5 bigs.
He's got an orbit here, Lee, hasn't he, really?
Yeah, really has. And as I say, and the pay jumps aren't huge still at the moment. So we're talking about, 100 euros as a pay jump at the moment still. So it's not really a kind of a significant deal. So, I mean, there is an argument that, it's kind of N2 cards that you want to go for and give it a whirl and see what happens. Yeah, do say if you're in the chat, we are very much still, able to chat and answer any of your questions. So get anything you want to say in there. Des still won't be wanting to discuss football. Apparently, that's
definitely not. We're definitely not discussing football, Lee. But I will say, and lovely to see it, our good friends over at Grand Casino Ash are already in the chat. Say, nice stream. Big greetings from Czech and German stream. So thank you to Sasha and Jan, who helped a great deal with the tech side of things to get us online this evening. And of course, Sandra, as we said earlier, runs such a good shop over there in Ash. Very, very impressive. And of course, we'd always encourage our players to go and experience it. And Lee, it wasn't just about the main event. I mean, this was a huge festival, right? I think it was 170,000 euros guaranteed across the festival. But the schedule itself was such an APAT, WCOAP style schedule. Lots of events, lots of variety. Looked really, really impressive.
Yeah, so we've got a hand here. Andre's raised it up to 450,000 with ace jack. So decision back down to Gianni. I'm going to go for Gianni. Yeah, we'll go with that. And with a pocket 8. And it's a funny colour on the right. He's actually made the decision to go all in with the 8s for 2.9 million. First decision, though, is on Gregor, who's woken up with ace queen. Got 1.3 million behind. It's going to have to go in with this. We're going to have at least three-way here, I think. So the ace queen is all in. So Gregor's all in with the ace queen. I'm going to guess Hans and Martin Klaas is going to get out of the way here, which means decision on Andre, who's got 3.9 million. He's got both the others covered. How much is he liking his ace jack now? not that much at all.
Not too much.
No, so a very, very quick fold. So it's going to be eights versus ace queen, very much going to the races here. It's the ace queen that's going to be at risk for Gregor, who's already on his feet there. Not liking his chances, doesn't think, but going to give it a go. So here we go then. It's King Deuce 3. Love the way it comes up on the big screen at the back.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't
for
it?
everyone to see. Really neat. 3 on the turn now. It's going to need to be an ace or a queen, or Gregor is going to depart. And it's not to be. And you kind of get the feeling he was on his feet and knew what was coming. We're just doing a quick count, and unless the graphics are wrong, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. Yeah, there's. There we go. That is one player down. So there you go. Quickly, you can see the chip stacks there. So our chip leader on this table's got about 32 bigs at the moment, which is Jacob. Josefina's got 31. So Zeus. So yeah, and short stack is still hands with the 5 bigs I mentioned. So huge. Still plenty of play in this, but not massive stacks though. Actually, Des. To be honest, you'd have expected maybe a chip leader on one of these tables to have a bit more than 30 bigs at this moment.
Yeah, agreed.
Maybe the chips are elsewhere.
One would assume so, because it is generally a good structure. But you're absolutely right, Lee. This is pretty tight, with the exception of Hans and maybe Milan. I think everybody else is reasonably comfortable here. Sat there with 18 big blinds, Martin Klaser, a name that some of you might recognise. An interesting story. Martin played APAT Lee when we went to Wiener Neustadt way back in 2008. What an adventure that was.
Which is not Vienna.
Which is evidently not Vienna, albeit it was served from the same airport. So, detail, hey? But Martin played with us that weekend. It was an APAT European Amateur Poker Championships in Wiener Neustadt. Superb card room, certainly, all those years ago. And Martin made it all the way to the final table. And there was quite a lot of interest in Martin at the time, because he was actually operating as a kind of a full tilt branded player. I'm not sure I'd go as to say he was a pro, but he was identified as a talented player. He was wearing the full tilt badge. He was on their website, and met the final table of the APAT. Didn't medal. Obviously tough fields at an APAT, but a couple of months later he went on to win a PLO bracelet at the World Series of Poker, which was a hell of an achievement. So good to see him still in the game. A couple of years older, obviously, like the rest of us, but we'll be fancying his chances here, even with 18 bigs, I'm sure. Yeah,
and funnily enough, talking of that trip, I don't know whether you're even aware of this, but friend of the show, Chris Bean, has started up his own podcast with a good friend of his, Dom, and they put their first episode out last week, and I think actually they did another live episode tonight, which is actually will be available next week. But their first episode, they were looking for poker travel stories.
Right.
So I pointed him in the direction of one APAT forum and
Titus blog.
A particular orange wings story, which he read out on their first.
Did he really?
Yeah, on their first podcast episode last week. So yeah, check it out. They've ended up deciding to call it the Bad Poker Podcast, because it's Bean and Dom.
Like it.
So they've decided to go with bad, and it is even got an absolutely appalling Michael Jackson rip-off intro music as well on it as well. So it's well worth checking out. So I did say we'll get Chris back on the show at some point soon to talk about. Of course, guess what? He came back with, "Do you and Des fancy coming on our podcast?" At some point.
No!
So I said, I'm sure we'll find a way of making that happen as well. So.
We'll give him an exclusive on something juicy. Yeah. But that was an incredible few days. I know a lot of APATers had a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun to be had on an away APAT weekend, and many have gone to Ash here. As we look on to this stream, super card room, as we've said. When Lee, when is Ash next up? Because I can't but help players seeing a live stream and a final table, just getting a sense of the room and what's on offer at a festival like this.
Well,
Really kind of visually seeing it.
They've got lots of festivals on all the time. We can't say when we're going to be there next year yet, because we can't. So it's as simple as that.
Detailed discussions are ongoing, right?
I can't say too much. We may be there once, we may be there twice. Who knows? We can't possibly comment. It might be in the spring, it might be in the autumn, it might be both. I mean, who knows? It's difficult to say at the moment. But they've got say regular events on all the time, and they're live streaming every weekend as well. So which is pretty cool. So do check the guys out.
Good to see. Lee Snoopy is watching in on YouTube and says, "Love the way you moderate this stream." Indeed, thank you. Moderation. We don't do much moderation, do we, Lee?
Moderation?
We don't.
No idea.
We do it in moderation, I have to say.
And for anyone who's ever wondering what a GCA poker is, which you'd have seen the guys when they come over to Nottingham with the German team and all that, it's the game continues always.
Not Grand Casino Ash, then.
Which happens to also be Grand Casino Ash as well. Yeah. Yes, it does. But the tagline is very much the game continues always.
And you can see it on the table there, right on the cloth.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all good. Right, I need to give a shout out. You have got not very long now. We're currently in level 12 of the online game. So if you want in for the satellite, we got 17 entries. We're down to 12 at the moment. We're already well past the guaranteed seat, and there's cash up for grabs as well with the add-ons to come. This is the time last week Steve Forty jumped in, took his extra rebuy, took his add-on, and then went on and won the seat. So he turned 15 quid into £140 seat last week by doing a late last minute in ducking and diving and all of that. So if you want to get involved in that, now is the time to do it, because we are in level 12, and as I say, we will be on the end of late registration and rebuy period, and then there'll be a quick 3-minute break for the add-on and to jump in. So as you can see, we got 2 tables up and going at the moment. That's table 1, that's table 2, which has gone blank on me. There it is. And there's spare seats. And they're all desperate for you to sit down and play. So if you want to give it a go, win yourself an APAT Players' Choice seat that you can use for any event in 2025 or roll it forward to 2026. So this, what we got left this year now. So obviously Ash is happening now. Then we're in Leeds. Then we're in Malta. Then we're in London, and then we end up at Nottingham at Dusseldorf for Poker Squads Live. You can use your 140 seat for any of those, because the Malta buy-in is 120 euros. So basically, Tom will spend the balance at the bar with you. That's how that works. So if you want to use it for Malta, he will quite happily help you spend the balance at the bar. No issue whatsoever. So you can do that. But say 140 will get you into Leeds, which is next weekend. 140 will get you into a whole plethora of stuff at London at the UK Championship of Amateur Poker for 5 days down in London. And say 140 pays for your Poker Squads entry. If you've got you and 3 buddies that are going to play Poker Squads in December, that'll get you into that as well. So loads of options. Ace 10 versus the 7s, all in.
Oh,
it's Josefino
right
with
there.
The 7s. Hans has got the ace 10, and it's going to be the ace 10 that's at risk, but it's hit the ace and a 10 for good measure. So it's a 7 and only a 7. I think there's only 1 7 out there. It's a 7 of clubs, and no, that's not to be. So Hans gets that much needed double up through Josefino, because actually Hans was down to sort of 10, 12 bigs there. So that's a nice double up at the right time. And puts them up now. Actually, both of those two now are very similar stacks, about the 4 million mark, the pair of them. So but it's going to be. This is where you need to start winning those flips, don't you?
Yeah.
This is that point in the tournament. You've got in the money. You've got fairly deep in the money, because I'm guessing a min cash would have been about sort of 250 euros, something like that. So you're now up to sort of 600 euros. It's nice. But if you want to start getting a few more noughts on that, start talking about a 6-figure cash means you need to really be hitting that final table. So, and the only way you're going to do that is start building enough chips where you're not having to put your tournament life at risk. So if you win a few of those flips now, you are in very good shape. I do love comms on a feature table where we've got whole cards, because it just means you can kind of see what's coming and you can see how they're going to play it. It's unusual for us. We don't get to do it very often, so it's quite a nice change to get to watch the guys over in Ash playing.
What's your approach to this stage in the tourney, Leigh? So you're down to your last 3 tables, whatever. We know we've got about 30 bigs. We're probably under average at this point. Are you waiting for cards? Are you solely basing your decisions on position? Are you willing to flip? I mean, how do you approach this stage in a tourney?
Yeah, so it's for me, it's about not making mistakes. Don't give your chips away lightly, and it is more about I guess stack sizes and position than it is necessarily even the cards that you've got. There's some situations where it just makes obvious sense to, you've got a shoving hand and you just get it in there and go for it. At that point, there's nothing wrong with that. If you run into a monster hand, so be it. Not a huge amount you can do about it, but yeah, well worth it. Just on the online, we are on, I think, the add-on break now by the looks of it. Unless they're doing a rebuy break, it looks like it's an add-on break, or there's a hand playing out anyway. So yeah, your last chance, if you do probably want to just jump into that and give that a go tonight, you are very welcome to do so if you want to. But otherwise, we'll be very shortly being able to tot up exactly what position we're in for the night. It's going to be 1 seat plus a little bit of money for probably might be top 3 or top 5. We'll have it. It was top 5 last week, if I remember rightly, Des.
Yeah, it was top 5. It was top 5.
Yeah, there we go. So that is the add-on break, which means I think that now means registration is.
Was there an extra entry there right at the death, Leigh?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, so I wonder whether actually you can buy in whilst it's on the add-on period as well. I think you might be able to actually. Yeah. Seymour Tilts, Alan has done what he did it. He did that last week as well. Actually, didn't he? He ended up with a little bit of cash. So Alan's done that last minute, jumped in, and I would imagine he's going to take his rebuy and his add-on as well.
Apparently, Steve Forty's on the Party Poker Tour final table also. Nice.
What, it just in the final or on the final table? Because I'd imagine it would be about the final table around now.
Yeah, I'm reading that as weekly final. I'm reading it as final table, but I may be incorrect.
Yeah.
Simon can confirm. Good luck to him if indeed he is on that final table.
Yeah, no, exactly, absolutely.
We're seeing cards in Ash.
King Queen versus Ace Queen, and it is the Ace Queen that is got the biggest stack, so it's King Queen at risk, but it's hit the King, so it's going to be a double up for Milan. And they started at I want to say 3.5 mil and 5 mil. Looking at that on the screen, so that's a monster.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty cards at this stage. Of course, we were just having that discussion. King Queen must have looked pretty juicy, but when you see what you're up against, Ace Queen, you think, yeah, it's done. I'm done for, but was not the case, and now beautifully chipped up.
Yeah. I'm going to just see if I can get party loaded up as well. As usual, there's always an update to do. Good job we don't need to get into anything in a hurry.
So Simon has said not on the final table. He then puts an insult on the whole city of Liverpool. Just randomly. It's a random insult on the whole city of Liverpool.
Is that not on a final table yet, or we'll find out in a minute?
We're having to draw this information out of the lad.
Goodness me, it's hard work, isn't it? It is hard work. I've just realised I didn't actually share this across into the group. Let me do that now. So it's just.
This is good. This is a nice little added bonus for a Sunday night. And it's pretty cool to think that way over there in Europe, we're going to be presenting some APAT medals a little later on this evening. Now, the downside, Lee, I was going to say the downside here.
Did that with the team event, obviously. They saw all the photos of them.
Yes.
Yeah, that was quite cool.
Fantastic to see. But the downside here is that this final has. Well, we haven't reached the final. We were going to cover the final. We'd anticipated that the final would take place at something around 7 p.m. this evening, 8 p.m. in Ash. That is not the case. This will be a late night final table, so I think we'll cover what we can from the tournament up to the natural finishing time for the APAT show, which is generally around 10:30, 11 p.m. here in the UK. So we'll see. Do we get to a final within that time? Questionable, I would say, but
yeah, we will. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. So, online event is back underway, and we've got locked in prize pool now. So, £225 in the prize pool in total. So, winner's going to pick up the 140 seat. Then there's £42 for second, 25 for third, and 17 for fourth. So, and we've got 13 players remaining. So, good luck to all 13 of you in that. So, when we get down to the final table, we'll give a quick name check on who's there. But True Real Deal is currently chip leading at the moment with Double Top 40 in second and J-Bus in third. So, good luck to all of you if you're playing that tonight. I think we're going to have some action here. Ace 10 of hearts for Andre. Milan's got the nines. And Andre's raised it to 400,000. It's just a min raise with playing 2.6 million. Milan's playing 4 million. And you kind of can't see how he's not going to get involved once, say, Ginny gets out the way with the deuce. 10 deuce. Or does he? Oh no, the nines are folded.
It's a remarkable fold. He had 4 million chips.
It was a min raise from Andre, ace 10, and it's looking like he's going to get that through. I don't think Hans is going to get too clever with 5 deuce spades. I guess the trouble with the nines is you're probably you're confident you're racing at best.
Yeah.
So I guess the decision is if I don't really want to at this point want to risk my stack in that position or even doubling anybody up. So it is a pretty standard fold, I guess, for the nines.
Yeah, and I guess he'll have been sitting with Andre for the last hour or two. Will have a sense of, how tight or otherwise he is, and clearly didn't fancy it in that hand. Interestingly, as far as our online event is concerned, Lee, Steve Forty is actually actively asking for some form of insult. Des Duffy, please make some comment. It worked for me last week. Good luck, Steve. Get it done.
Yeah, you're a winner, Steve. You can do this. Yeah. Yeah. So this time next week we are, or Tom will be in Leeds. So we will be, I would imagine, probably just about done with the final table up there at this time on the Sunday night. Looking at the way Portsmouth and Glasgow played out.
It's kind of non-stop, Lee.
It
feels
crazy.
Like since August and the WCOAP has just been every other weekend.
Yeah, and plenty of players are going to Leeds. I know. I've heard lots of players that say they're going to pop over. Quite a few people from kind of the northwest, so the Manchester area are going to play Leeds, and a bunch of the Scottish players were talking about travelling down to play the Leeds event. So it should be a good one. I would imagine lovely casino as well. So Tom will be looking after you all this time next week for Leeds, and then before you know it, we'll be Malta will be out the way, and then we'll be doing 5 days in London. So it's going to come around pretty quick. That is for sure.
So So you can see the casino in the bar in the background there, obviously beginning to quieten down as we hit late Sunday evening. Yeah, no Monday finish here, Lee.
No, definitely not. So blind still 100,000, 200,000 over in Ash. And say it is going to tighten up a little bit. So not quite sure how many they're down to now, but I'm going to guess it's sort of low 20s. Is going to be my guess. And Jacob's got the pocket jacks there playing 5 million. And as it's folded round, you're obviously going to raise with them. Could easily get this through because let's see what the blinds are playing. It's yeah, hands isn't going to be doing anything on the button with Jack 5. I wouldn't have thought. Martin's going to get out the way with a 10-3, and the big blind's got 9-6. So the jacks are pretty much going to scoop there.
We're going to see a dealer change. Let's do a quick table change here. So 13 remaining.
Yeah, 13 remaining in the satellite. So as I say, we're paying top 4. Winner's going to pick up a seat. Looking to see, so there's 32 left in the.
Is there still 32
in the party?
Wow.
No, in the
party.
In the
okay.
party sat. I can't see Steve in there though.
No, I think he may have gone. Simon
right.
did ask, "Are you still in?"
There
and
you go.
obviously we balked him.
Yeah. Okay. Barry Carter is still in that.
Nice one.
At the moment.
We've got a hand brewing potentially on the light table. Hand's pretty short, looking to find 450 to call here. Lee sat with an ace. It's suited.
So Jenny's raised it up to 450,000 with King Queen of Clubs under the gun, playing 4.2 million. Very difficult for Hans to do anything with the A7 suited there. When he's only playing 2 mil. You could see Josefino maybe choosing to peel with a King Queen suited of diamonds, especially as you're playing 5.7 mil. Which is what's happened. Well, deuce is not going to do much for any of them, is it, really?
If I was feeling strong pre-flop, I'm still liking my hand, I have to say.
Yeah. And Jenny bets 400,000. I guess he's going to make the call. Yeah, it would make sense to do that. So we're going to see. And so as long as there wasn't another club on the turn, pretty much, this has gone check. So I think this is just going to get chopped up. Unless anybody goes crazy on the river here.
Johnny has a little pop at it, Puts $1 million in.
Yeah, it's a nice little bet, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, takes it.
And takes it. Yeah, nicely done. Very nicely played.
So the ladder at the moment, Leigh, 60, 70, kind of it's in that region per pay jump. So still relatively small. When we get to a final table, you're guaranteed €1,700. Right now, we're in that 540 to €600 sort of area.
Yeah, so it's still 3 tables out at the moment. But as I say, it's a nice rail there watching this feature table in the casino, and I can see there's currently about 150 or so watching on the Twitch stream. We're probably tripling those numbers with watching the APAT show, I'd imagine.
We have a lot of viewers on Telegram, Leigh.
Yeah. No, they're the ones we send telegrams to. Just tell them to tune in every week. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. I can't believe it. We've actually been over half an hour into the show and we've not even mentioned. We've got a pretty big poker raffles draw on tomorrow night, folks.
Leigh, haven't we just?
we probably should mention that at some point.
Wow, let's do it.
Yeah. It's so this time tomorrow night. No, we'll have drawn it by this time tomorrow night. Lost track of where we are. We have got our WSOP Circuit UK Nottingham draw. It's a triple draw. So basically, we have got 3 main event seats worth £1,500 each into the 1 million guaranteed main event at Dusk Till Dawn in November, running 19th to 23rd November. That's the main event dates, the 19th to 23rd. So that's the reason it's a bigger festival. Now we are drawing this tomorrow night, and we must draw it tomorrow night. It will happen. Well, whatever we've done, we are currently sold just over half the tickets. So it is super value if you want to get involved in playing that. I don't think we're going to get close to selling it out. So if you want to get involved in it, you are going to get super value to do that. If you've never played with poker raffles before, use the code WELCOME25 and get 25% off any of your purchase in your first your first purchase, all the tickets that you want for that. So well worth doing. We're picking 3 winners tomorrow. Super excited about it because we're going to send 3 people to go and play for their share of £1 million. So it's pretty cool.
It's amazing. Leigh, help me to figure this out, right? So there are 6,000 tickets and 3 seats. So you can buy a ticket for a pound, right? So what are my odds of winning a seat, Leigh? 2,000 to 1? And if I buy 10 tickets, what are my odds?
Yeah, 200 to 1.
Yeah. So you can calculate your odds. I mean, there aren't 50,000 tickets to this thing, right? It's within sight, is the point we're making here.
And the reality is we're not going to sell 6,000 tickets. We are currently, I think we sold just over 3,000 at the moment.
Which is brilliant. That's a great number.
3,100 at the moment. So, the reality of it is it's going to be super value if you've got tickets for that for tomorrow night, because your odds will be much better than what we're talking about. So, get involved in it if you want to. We are picking 3 winners tomorrow night, and we are sending 3 people to Dusk Till Dawn next month to play at the WSOP circuit event with a £1 million guarantee prize.
I love it.
It's super cool. So well worth getting involved with if you can, and give it a go. Looking forward to following those 3 people at Dusk Till Dawn and seeing how they get on. Can't wait.
Just a matter of time, Leigh, until we, see a poker raffles winner make a big final table. I mean, we've seen poker raffles winners cash lots of events that they've gone out to. As recently as the WCOAP, Ben, made it to the final table of the High Roller event at the WCOAP. So, wouldn't it be amazing to see a poker raffles winner, get down to that final table? That would be insane.
Yeah, no, we've had some good. We had some good results, and we had a winner last week. Played the DTD, 125, and cashed in that. So I think ended up, I think, won about 600, I think. I think I only used one bullet and also got cash for the rest of it as well. So they made about £1,000 off the one. And of course, Darren Smith played over at the Irish Open this year and won about 4,000 euros over there. So we've had some nice tasty winners so far. We'd love a really big winner on a big final table. That would be awesome. And hey, maybe it could be you. But first thing you got to do is buy some tickets and go for the draw for tomorrow night. I mean, if for whatever reason WSOP is not for you, we've got a load of events on at the moment. We've got GKPT Blackpool. We've got the 2550. We've got 2 APAT draws at the moment. So we've got our usual player's choice for a 140 players seat. But we've also got the new APAT player's choice package, which is a £700 package to play any of our events. We'll put you into the main event. And basically, you'll get the rest in expenses to do with as you see fit. So you can go over to the Irish Open and go and play the APAT event over there next year. You can go to Malta because that'll get you out to Malta if you want to. You can use it as seat credit to play in London and play all 5 days in London. Whatever you fancy doing with it, entirely up to you. Or hold on to it for something next year, wherever the Worlds will be next year. You can use it towards that, whatever you want to. So that's selling quite nicely at the moment. So we've got that draw in a couple of weeks' time. So get involved in any of those. And as I say, that code, if you are new to Poker Raffles, welcome 25, will cover you for any of those tickets. So if you're making your first purchase, buy a little bit of everything that you think you might be interested in, because you'll get 25% off the lot for your first purchase. So well worth doing. So King Queen versus King 7 here, and what a flop for the King 7. And Josefino is going to need a queen to get out of this situation. But at the moment, probably thinking their King Queen is looking good.
I'm surprised more chips haven't got in here, Lee.
Yeah, this is the problem. You flop top pair with a queen kicker. You're thinking you're in a good position here, but Jacob has flopped top 2 pair, and he's going to be winning this pot, you would think. It's just whether any more chips are going to go in the middle or not. Decision on Jacob. Got to be a little value bet here. Des.
Yeah, he's had a little pop here, Lee.
700,000, maybe something like that.
Had a little pop. It's enough to
800,000. Yeah, okay, and he's going to get the call. Yeah, it's just the right amount. So a little valuation bet, value bet on the end there, and gets paid off. And
there's the pained look that we're all familiar with.
Joe gives the pained. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you've got me there. No, very nicely played. There, takes that one down.
Interestingly, that he wasn't raising a little harder there with his King Queen, Lee. What was he looking to feign a little bit of weakness, hoping to get a bet earlier?
So. Yeah, I think you're looking for when you flop that well, you're kind of you're wanting to hope that you can. Your opponent has hit something as well, and you're trying to basically give him enough rope really to get involved. And actually, you say both of them actually played that quite well. I think probably Joe got away with the bare minimum loss there. That could have been a lot more painful. And sometimes you've just got to control the pot size. Yes, the game is no limit hold'em, but the real game is actually is controlling the size of the pot, so it doesn't get out of hand, and you start having to make crazy decisions that you wouldn't normally choose to. Yeah. Martin's woken up with the kings here under the gun +2. I've got a feeling under the gun +1 hands is going to go all in with his 10 bigs with the king 7 suited. Martin's only playing a little bit more than him, but he's now asking for a count. This is Hollywooding at its absolute best here from Martin, because there is nothing happening here other than those chips going in the middle.
Is he pushing all in, Lee, or is he just calling here?
Yeah, so hands had 1.9 million. Martin's playing 2.7. So to be honest,
they're going in anyway.
They're going in. So it's just a case of what he really wanted. Does he want some action further down? So he's had a little think about it, a little bit of a dwell, and gets it in. Of course, I guess it's very difficult for anyone else to call off here. It'd have to be a pretty strong hand for anyone else to call. So far, it's been Jack 6 and 4-3, so no one's getting involved there. So we're round to the blinds just to get through now, which is Jacob in the small blind.
King Queen is
Jack 7, and Zeus has got the King Queen. Got 5.2 million, but it's half his stack. You're just not calling that off, to be honest. So there we go. So Hans is going to need some hearts or a couple of sevens.
I think all the kings are gone.
Yeah. So Martin's not really going to improve. So it's Hans just needs to hit well here. Needs to be hearts or sevens. And that is not really going to help. Got backdraw, straight draws to chop it. But that's going to be no good, and that will be that.
There it is.
And that'll be another one bites the dust. What a time to wake up with kings. But for Martin, because he was fairly short there. He only had sort of about 13, 14 bigs. So he's not got a full double up there, but he's got pretty close to it with the blinds as well, and the big blind ante. So yeah, it's nice one for him. Online, we're down to 10 players at the moment, so getting close to that final table. We'll keep an eye on that for you and then let you know. Two Cats is still currently chip leader. Douglas Do, Brian Frew is second in chips at the moment, and True Real Deal is in third place.
You're on the Huel, Gary.
We're still sponsored by Huel.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Meanwhile, back in Ash. Can we do this every Sunday?
It's good fun, right?
It's good. This is good. This is really good fun. How many people have ever done a multi online and live stream? Only us could be doing this. And I say, if it wasn't for the fact that they've just got ridiculously good numbers in Ash, and it is gonna, as I say, we're not even down to two tables yet, and it's 11 o'clock over there now, 10 o'clock here. I wouldn't imagine we're probably going to see a final table till much before maybe midnight our time. So unfortunately, it's not going to be one we're going to be able to stream to a conclusion, which is a real shame. But we will make a commitment that for 2026 we will definitely make that happen somehow. That's for sure. Chip leader still hasn't got much more than 30 bigs on this table, and it's Jacob now who has taken that chip lead, and short stack with 12 bigs. But such a good structure. I mean, the APAT Day 2 structures are super, super good because they've all got plenty of play, and you haven't really felt there's been anything too pushy here. The King 7 Hearts shove is, with 10 bigs is perfectly acceptable. Really, just unfortunate to have run into the Kings. If the Kings weren't there, Martin probably would have got that through, I would guess. Although maybe might have had some action from the big blind. With the King Queen offsuit, but actually he seems to have played pretty tight so far. Actually, Des, isn't he? So,
indeed he has. Sorry, I'm just sending a message here in the background.
Proper multitasking. But I say Tom's spoken very highly of Ash, and has been over a number of times, and Sandro and the team put on a cracking festival. So well worth. Checking out if you're ever in those parts of the world.
Simon says there's no beginning to your talent. He must be talking about you, Leigh. He certainly can't be talking about me and our technological advancement of being able to offer two events at the one time. Different channels.
It's all good, to say the least. The high roller this week got 38,000 euros in the prize pool. Rennie Keller was the winner of that, picking up 7,400 euros.
Superb.
I think they might have done a deal looking at the prize payouts and that, because Earl of Hettinghain finished second. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Didn't he used to play for Norwich?
Yeah, got 7,000 euros. So I think that was very much a chopped up situation there. The opener was on the Wednesday. 10,000 euros in that prize pool as well. The PLO Championship got nearly 15,000 euros, and Eugenie Corum was the winner of that, picking up 3,500 euros and an APAT medal for their trouble for the PLO Championship. And they've got a closer that's going on at the moment as well. That's got I think that's actually finished. Got 8,500 euros in it. It's 117 runners in that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure looking at the website here, some of these names are obviously nicknamed. Spartana 300, which is obviously Spartan 300, is picked up the win in that one. So I think pretty much this must be the only event still going. Let me just check with the Win the Button. No, Win the Button's still running. They're on the final table of that, with nearly 5,000 in the prize pool. That got 71 entries. But this main event, 1,090 entries in this main event, which is
fantastic.
Absolutely phenomenal. We are down to 24 runners in this one now. So we are heading there. And Mr. Cash finished in 34th, Des, which seems a perfectly sensible name. I'm not sure how up to date the website. I'd say Sasha just sent a link through. I think it was Sasha anyway. So thank you for that. So I've got that info up on screen now as well, so I can keep an eye on that. So but Simon is absolutely spot on that there is definitely no beginning to our talent. That is for sure.
It's funny. I've got a little chat in the background going on here with Sandro, who does a great job running the card room at Ash, and he's just said Martin Klaser, he won a World Series of Poker bracelet some years ago. I said, yeah, we've mentioned that.
Yeah, no, that's very good of him, Sandro. Fair play. I wasn't sure that it was Sandro or Sasha because it just was popping up on my screen whilst I'm doing that as well. So super duper. I was just happy that the spreadsheet worked for their team event for them, Des. To be perfectly honest, that was the pressure that I was
Welsh expertise.
I was under for the week when I got a message from Sandro on late on Thursday night saying it worked perfectly with a thumbs up. I was very happy that was the case. Very disappointed that the Crazy family, who represented Germany the year before last, they were playing in that again. They finished bottom of the table this time round. So having won it a few years ago, they were so much fun when they came over to Nottingham, say for last year's Worlds to represent Germany. Really, thoroughly entered into the spirit of the event and had a cracking time in Nottingham. Playing as much poker as they could cram in, but yes, sort of say they played as a family that all play poker, played as a team, and managed to qualify to play for Germany. But this time round wasn't meant to be. So, unfortunately,
not to be at all. I've just had a WhatsApp from Sean Lee. She's up in bed Sunday evening. She sent me that smiley face that generally means any chance for a cup of tea. I think she's forgotten. She's forgotten that I'm surrounded by screens.
So ace-4 and ace-4 here, Andre and Martin. On a board of 397. I don't see a huge amount happening. It's going to be a case of who can bet and maybe take this down. They both got the best hand. A couple of clubs out there gives Martin a slight advantage because he's got the ace of clubs. But Andre's not going anywhere at the moment. The third club on the turn, though, is going to apply the pressure. Check from Andre. Martin holding the ace of clubs surely has to apply a bit of pressure here on the turn. And he does. Makes it 650,000. Blinds are now 125, 250. Tricky one for Andre now. He's playing about 3 million. How good do you think your ace 4 is now? Well, it was equally as good as Martin's, but as I said, it's all about how you were going to bet that out, and Martin takes that one down. We're on a final table of the online now, so we've got 8 remaining. So Two Cats is our chip leader with 41 bigs. Muddy Waters is second with 26 bigs. True Real Deal is currently in third place with 16 bigs, or actually 22 bigs, just won that hand. Douglas Dew is still there on about similar stack, 21 bigs. Seymour Tilts, Alan snuck in again and made another final table with 14 bigs. Then Geo Murph, Skit Tech, and Real Coily. Good luck to all of you. Second to fourth, they're going to pick up a bit of cash. And then the winner is going to pick up a 140 Player's Choice seat for any event this year or next, if you want to.
Fantastic. Good stuff, Lee.
I thought you were making the tea. You're not making the tea?
Oh, no, I can't.
Wow, look at this. Ace 8 versus Queens versus Jacks. Jacks on the wrong table, Des. Wrong table, Des. But this one's looking good as well.
Whoa.
So that was all happening. You caught the end of that on the online. Nobody.
Well, look what's happening here, Lee.
Yeah, I know. Nobody busted the online. But now back to Ash. We've got Ace King versus Queens versus Aces. I would imagine the chips are all... So the Queens are all in. The Andre's aces are obviously going to get involved. What's Jacob going to do, who was our chip leader on this table, with Ace King of Diamonds? So the aces are all in. Andre's all in for about 3 million. I mean, Jacob's got to let this Ace King go, surely? Such a difficult spot.
Well, he's got some chips, Lee, so he's got options, right?
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, he knows he's got a hit.
It's going to be about half his stack.
Yeah. But Lee, it sets you up. If you deliver this, it sets you up.
He's made the call. So it's a 10 million pot, pretty much. Ace King versus Queens versus Aces. The Ace King obviously was the chip leader, but he's not in a good spot here. The Aces are looking pretty good, but of course there should be 2 Queens still out there as well. So I mean, if the Queens can hit, what a time! What a time! If you could find a Queen here now on this board.
And he's a 5-1 shot. Oh, it's a king.
Ace King. Wow. Well, that pretty much kills it. Unless it's runner spades. Well, there's one of them. Where's one of them?
And he spade and he jack as well, Lee. Oh! Whoa! Didn't want to hit it. He didn't want to hit it.
What a board! What a board! That is unreal. Unreal. I mean, the aces and the kings, ace, king, and aces, even if that had not gone in pre, they were going in on the flop. Queens might have gone away with it, but wow. So Josefino is going to bust with the queens, unfortunately, and Jacob is going to also double up Andre as well. So it's a huge pot for Andre. They're just counting up the chips there. Say the pot was showing at 9.6 million. But that is huge. What a time to get that. 24 players out. What a time.
Insane pot. And I can't believe we saw something similar online at pretty much the same time.
Yeah, it was just playing it, say, three-handed all in, and we didn't bust anyone, amazingly, on that online one. We have bust someone since. Real Coily has gone out in 8th place, so we're down to 7 on the online game. Andre becomes the chip leader on that on this feature table now with 9.6 million. That's what the graphic said. So I would agree with that. 38 bigs now, which is the highest we've seen of anybody on this feature table that we've been watching, and we're probably down to 22 now. Let's have a look, see whether it is updating live on the. No, it's not quite updating live on the site. So,
well, I can tell you, Lee, in future news, in about 15 to 20 minutes, we will hit 2 tables, and there will be a short break then.
Excellent stuff.
So Martin wakes up with Ace Jack here. And he raises up to 500.
Interesting from say Sandro just letting us know in the chat, had a number of players travelling from Belgium and the Netherlands came down to Ash to play the APAT event this week, which
great
is
to see.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
Great to see.
Ash has very much become kind of our hub in mainland Europe at the moment. Has been doing such a good job for a number of years. Superb card room and a superb team.
It's getting really a huge reputation, aren't they, Lee?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's great to see that players are prepared to travel and go and play good quality events. Say 140,000 euros in that prize pool this week. That will be our biggest. This will be our biggest main event of the year.
Sterling effort.
Even beats. No, it's in euros, Des, not sterling. No, definitely in euros. It even beats what numbers we do at the Worlds, and London as well. So it's over 1,000 runners in this is phenomenal. Really is. All of a sudden, we've gone crazy online, and we are down to 5. We lost Seymour Tilts, lost Alan, we lost Muddy Waters as well. So we are now down to 5, which means we're on the money bubble. So they'll be playing hand for hand on this final table for the money. But I guess Mike Skip Tech is probably the shorter stack, but he's in this hand here, so he might actually. Let's see, he's got 9 bigs behind at the moment on this 7 Jack Deuce 8 board. He's got his chips in the middle, and 2 cats gets out the way. And so Mike adds to his stack. So he's still the short stack now with Douglas Dew, but they've both got about 20 bigs, Des. So plenty of play, and there's a bit of cash for the next 3 positions. So £17 for 4th, 25 for 3rd, 42 for 2nd, and then obviously the £140 APAT Players' Choice seat for the winner tonight. So, but we're down to 5.
Do we know who Geo Murph is, Lee?
No, not off the top of my head. It's not a name I recognise, but very much entering into the Halloween spirit of the time of year.
Very much so.
Which is nice to see. So somehow we've got 2.3 million chips in the middle here when it's basically they both got ace high, although the Jack kicker will play for Martin against Jacker, but somehow we've got this we've pretty much got 10 bigs in the middle between the two of them. Which is quite impressive. I've got the on the Twitch feed, the GCA Twitch feed. I've got the chat open, and it's it's
Crazy.
mind-boggling.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
It's mind-boggling. Yeah, to say the least.
I did have it up earlier. Had to turn it off for fear of epilepsy. Similarly on their
there's a lot
YouTube
going on.
chat,
Yeah.
it's busy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's great. Absolutely love it. And to be fair, they're probably. I mean, say I know you've when we're doing the world's streams from Dusk Till Dawn, you're just there, you're trying to manage those chat streams as best you can.
At least I have a chance, Lee.
Yeah, I just have to take your word for whatever is going on. Yeah, so.
And sometimes, I just have to kind of burst into the commentary and say some of the stuff, because I know if you don't say it, it just builds. It builds and builds, and people want to be heard, rightly so.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that in the slightest. So yeah, we're not far off. Down to 2 tables shortly, as you say. It sounds like that there'll be a little short break when they do that. I don't know whether that means they do a redraw at 2 or not. I'm not sure.
Well, they certainly may choose to change up this feature table. I don't have the answer to that, but I know the actual break itself is quite short. It's only 13 minutes.
So in answer to Simon's question, next year's Worlds in Germany, I can confirm 100% next year's Worlds will not be in Germany.
Have we ever held a tournament in Germany, Lee? I don't think we have.
Don't think we have. No. I can 100% confirm. But that's your one question, Simon. You've had it now. That's it for next year's schedule. You've had your one. You've had your one outer. Your one time. That's you done.
Oh dear. I so want to play the Oracle GIF.
Isn't that the one that gets us banned from YouTube, or I can't remember which?
I don't think so.
One, I don't know which one does or doesn't.
So.
Yeah,
it's been too long.
Yeah.
So, what's your views on European pokerware, Lee? Are these guys producing a better game than we see in the UK?
It's pretty similar, isn't it? It's like pokerware is the same most places. That seems to be the way it is. Don't seem to be a huge amount different. Vegas is probably the one place where it's a little bit. I'm having a little bit of Vegas jealousy at the moment, because there's a group over in Vegas at the moment. I don't know whether you've been keeping up to date with what they go. There seems to have been a lot of birthdays being celebrated over in Vegas at the moment.
Oh, there is. Yeah. I have seen a bit of that. I have.
So yeah.
I saw swimming pool parties and all sorts.
All sorts going on.
Dear, that doesn't happen in the UK, Lee.
No, so I think it was Scouse had a birthday over there. I think John Reese did, and English Tom, as he's now known, having since moved. But apparently, Tom Clark was looking at the videos I saw, was looking a little bit worse for wear on his birthday night out. To say the least, and picked his wrong partner for beer pong, is all I'm going to say. So,
at times, Lee, Las Vegas does appear to be the Luton of the West, because it's just full of APATers all the time.
Yeah. And of course, Vegas is just starting to set up ready for the F1, which will be in town next month. So they're starting to put up the stands and all the bits and pieces ready for that.
Yeah.
Martin just adding to his chips a little bit here. I mean, if Martin gets a bit of momentum 2 tables out,
I think he's got it, Lee, hasn't he?
Yeah,
that's 3 or 4 we've seen him take down now.
Yeah, you could see him really going very deep in this.
He'd gone from 18 bigs at our last count. He was up to 23. He's added, I think, 2 hands since then, doing very tidy work there.
I love this. I just mentioned, is there a redraw? And then Sandro's popped in the chat, no redraw. So it's clearly
brilliant. It's like he can tell the future. Amazing.
He's clearly listening into our to our stream, which is awesome. It's good fun. But yeah, absolutely loving the setup out there. It's really cool. We're just in that time at the moment where it's we had a little bit of action earlier on, and it's just quietened up a little bit now, isn't it? It says it always is the way as it really starts getting tightened on the money. As we said, we're nearly down to two tables, so they're going to have locked up about €850 when we get to 18. So then we're starting to push on the pay jumps.
Is Martin starting to widen his range here, Lee? Sat with King 10. He's put in just a little call, it has to be said, but he's getting involved in hands that we haven't really seen him get involved in.
But you've got to appreciate here it's blind on blind. So so to his left he's got Andre, who's the chip leader at this table. So you've got to so he's not just going to give him a walk, and when you've got King 10, but obviously he knows Andre's also going to defend because he's got the stack size to do it. This is just going to be a continuation bet from Martin. Whether Andre is not a believer, Andre is not a believer and is quite liking his King 8 with one spade at this. He's got a backdoor spade draw as well. He's also now got himself an up and down straight draw as well. What he doesn't want to hit now, doesn't want to hit his 8 now.
Is this enough to see a re-raise, Lee?
No, he won't do because you'll manage this along. So if Martin's bet again, you're going to just see the river card. So he'll just call this off, and we'll see a river card. And if he hits, obviously he's then going to hope that Martin's going to fund. That's when he might look to look and try and pop a little value rebetting.
So no joy there, but Martin will be nervous of these two calls.
Yeah, and the way the board is out there now, it's. He can't be that. Cards, he can't be that confident. It's whether he's got the abilities now to want to fire again for the third time,
and he does.
It's got to be enough to put Andre off making the call, and he's going to make it 1.8 million. I quite like the bet size there.
Are we just Hollywooding here?
I'd be surprised if with Andre's stacks. I'd be very surprised if he's calling off 1.8 million here with King High. What does he think he's beating? Because the way it's dropped out, if it's Queen, does he think he's beating Queen 10? No, it doesn't make any sense really. Had a little think about it, but maybe making it look like he's got a little bit more than more of a decision to make than he had, but not really a sensible one here. Still 5-handed in the online. Not a huge amount of change, although Douglas Dew is now comfortably our chip leader with 30 odd bigs.
Lee, I've analysed my poker play, and there are times when I will push over the top of a situation. Oh, we've got a little leaderboard here. Martin has now taken the chip lead.
Well, which is what we said, is Martin was just starting to kind of not move to the gears, but just getting a bit of momentum, isn't he, really?
But I have, and will admit to pushing over the top of play like that, and always losing my chips. 99% of the times that I lose my chips, it's just through bad play. It's rarely a bad beat.
This is what I was saying earlier on, is this point in the tournament, it's about minimising those mistakes and the kind of the leaks in your game where you're just giving chips away. Don't give your chips away easily. And we haven't really seen anybody at this farm table. The level of play has been pretty good. Not really seen anybody say going too gung-ho with it, because this is the point where you've got locked up some money, but you could definitely do. I've got a history of the casino. Brilliant.
Oh, I love it.
Cool. I'll let you rattle through that one. That's good.
I'm going to read it.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Andre with the King Jack. Milan with the Jack 10. Andre's just say blind on blind. Says, okay, well, I'm putting all my chips in the middle. What are you going to do, Milan? He might quite liking the Jack 10. What's he playing? About 3 million. So he's got about 12 bigs, but he would have been in a whole horrible situation if he decided to make that call. And a pretty sensible fold there, and go for another day.
So, Leigh, look, Sandra's just sent through some information on the casino. So this is not an advert. What this is a man supremely proud of his venue and the work that he's done there. So the Grand Casino Ash opened in 2012, right? The poker floor opened in 2015, so just 10 years ago. Right, I've got, ingredients for meals in some of my drawers out there, Leigh, that are older than 10 years. Now, today, right, there's 46 poker tables. So they had an extension in May. They've got 12 live gaming tables, around 250 slots. So, pretty nice-sized business, you would have to say. It's got a restaurant. And excitingly, from January, there's going to be a new hotel opened next door. So they really are getting quite the kind of Las Vegas style facility there. Nothing functional about it. And what we've seen with the guys, it's their attention to details. And when they put festivals together, they're creative. They're willing to put themselves out there with guarantees, not stupid guarantees, but guarantees that you would want to travel for. And players are extremely well looked after, as is often the case with venues that are really trying to make a name for themselves. For 2026, 31 festivals are already fixed in the event plan. Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, no, it is very good indeed. Talking about impressive stuff, Martin is really adding to his momentum here. Zeus raised it up with the ace-9 of hearts. Martin's woken up with ace-king and 3-bets it to 1.3 million. Action back round on Zeus, who's still been very quiet at this table, but has been sat there with sort of 6.5 million.
He'll do well stack. To avoid damage here, Leigh.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. So it's 750,000 to make the call. So he'd raise it up to 550.
There we go. All in on a
and
call.
Zeus is all in, and it's a quick call from Martin.
I think he probably felt that Martin was beginning to push the table around. I don't know. It just seems like such a big reaction to push all in there. Yeah. But that's what he's done.
Zeus is going to need some hearts or a 9. You don't want to see the king there. There is one heart on the board, though. Going to need to run around of 9s or run around of hearts. That's going to be no good. And that's going to be that. And Martin had him covered. So Martin, that's a huge pot. Biggest pot we've seen on this this feature table.
Wowzers.
And that is going to put Martin... and I think that might be breaking down to 2 tables, maybe. Quite possibly, but that's a huge pot for Martin. And we said he had the momentum here on this feature table. Well, he's now really got the chips to go along with that.
Yeah, that's an incredible turn of events. And I think he has, we talked, I'm just going to put the 13 minutes on. So play will resume in about 13 minutes. We talked about kind of a bit of a momentum change. You sort of said, is he changing gears? Well, he's had the hands, he's held when he's needed to, and now he does find himself in a pretty strong position. I'd be surprised if he's not chip leader, Leigh, given that sort of...
Yeah, he had about 38 bigs when we were looking at the last time they put the graphic up on there. With that stacks now, there might be somebody on one of the other tables that's got a similar type of stack. But yeah, he's very much going to be there. We are down to 4 and we are in the money in the online satellite tonight. So congratulations to the 4 of you. Douglas Dew, Geomurph, Two Cats and Skit Tech. You have all got yourself a little bit of money and are still playing for the APAT £140 Players' Choice seat for tonight. Chip leader is Douglas Dew with about 27 bigs. And Geomurph's got about 20 and the other 2 have got about 13, 14 each. So yeah, it's still fairly much anybody's game in that one. But say players are on a little bit of a break in Ash whilst they just break down to 2 tables. And I don't know whether is that the players actually having a break as well, or are they just going to do some colouring up whilst they're doing it?
No, I think there's some colouring up going on.
Lovely.
Yeah, I think they'll come straight back, and maybe we'll assess where we are then at that point, Lee.
Yeah, absolutely, because they've got a fair bit of play. My guesstimate was that they'd maybe hit the final table around midnight our time, which would be about 1 a.m. Their time, but it might be that it's even later than that. I get to see the lovely, delightful Sasha on my screen at the moment on the Twitch stream, tucking into a well-deserved hot beverage over there. He's got a nicer media setup than we get.
He's got a little booth. He's got a little booth there, Lee.
Yeah, we just get given a desk and get told to make do with it. That's all we get. So he's got coffee served and everything. He's well looked after.
Can't get anything at Dust Till Dawn other than a bowl of chips, Lee. Our budgets have to go up.
It's outrageous, isn't it, to say the least? Yeah. But so yeah, we are down to 4 in this. So we'll keep an eye on this online satellite for a little bit whilst we're waiting for this to restart. But as I say, I've got a feeling we're down to 2 tables now. I still reckon there's probably at least an hour and a half play to get to a final table, and there's probably another 2 or 3 hours play on that final table, I would imagine. So it's going to be a very late finish. But hey, they got over 1,000 runners in this main event over in Ash this week. So super impressive number of runners. So it's going to be a late one. That is going to be the case. Not a huge amount you can do about that. The more people that turn up, the longer tournaments tend to take to run, which is why I know everybody always moans at times and says, "Oh, structures this and this, that, and the other," but there's always got to be a finishing time. Aces versus 7-8. Skit Tech at risk with the 7-8, but has hit, got the spades, but misses on the river, and 2 cats takes down that pot, and now pretty much he's got 24 bigs now. So Geo Murphy's down to 8 bigs, and Douglas Dew's got 40 odd. So unlucky to you, Mike. You pick up £17 for your trouble. So hopefully it's a bit of money back, if nothing else. Ace King versus Jacks. This isn't hanging around tonight, and the diamonds have hit on the board as well. And there's the king. And that's that done. We lose Geomurph in 3rd place, picking up £25.
Whoa.
Very well done to you. We are heads up, and they're pretty even. So it's 2 cats versus Douglas Dew. They've both got about 37 bigs. Let's do it.
Are we in a hurry here or something?
Yeah, we got somewhere to be. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Lee, I once had a tournament director at an APAT event famously tell us that we were going to finish at the end of a day 1 with 84 players. I think it was 84. And we said, but we're down to 79 already. And we have an hour to go. How can we finish on 84? And she said, the model says 84. It'll be 84.
Yeah. It's with all the best calculations in the world, the one thing you cannot account for is the nittiness of players or non-nittiness of players. You just don't know. You'll always be there or thereabouts because things should balance itself out. But what we always have with venues is building in that for a lot of recreational players, making them in cash can be their target. Do you remember back in the day with APAT, it was getting to the dinner break was a target.
Yes.
And then
day 2 was a dream.
Making a day 2 was a dream, yeah. And then it was, and if you got to a day 2, and then if you got to a day 2 back then, you weren't even in the money at a day 2. Then it was okay. Well, if I've made a day 2, well, maybe I could just get into the money, that would be great. And then you're hoping, well, maybe I could final table, that would be amazing. And if I can final table, well, maybe I can, I can get a medal, and and even winning anything is, and everybody's got a different target on what they want to do. For somebody that's rocking up for their first ever live event, it could just be that. It could just be I just want to get to past late reg. That feels like I've achieved. Different things for different people. Very much so. Are they back so soon?
I tell you what, Lee, I was told 13 minutes, but it would appear like they're back, and I'm assuming that's a live feed. It looks like a reset feature table.
No, it's brand new. So they've just switched they've switched the feature table round, which is. they'll have they? No, they haven't actually. It's the same people. They've just broken down tables. So you just got a few new players. That's Martin there as well. So Martin and Andre. So no, they haven't changed the players. It's just they've just balanced the tables because they're down to 2 tables now. So Martin with the pocket 4s and raises it up to 500,000. Blinds are still 125 and 250. So yeah, that's still very much playing out there. Bottom right of your screen as we're watching this heads up, playing for an APAT seat. So one of them's going to pick up £42.70 for their treble tonight, and the other's going to pick up a 140 APAT seat. And at the moment, it's very much Brian Frew, Douglas Do, who is doing the do and getting the job done. He is chip lead now. Has got a 2-1 chip lead. They started this heads up pretty much evens, and Brian's not hanging about here. He's clearly got a hot date on a promise on a Sunday night. He says, I've got to get this over with, get this done.
He's swinging his 10 whistle around, Lee.
Places to be on a Sunday night. So we'll see if he can get this to a conclusion. Don't forget, we run the APAT Sunday satellite, amazingly, every Sunday. 8 o'clock on a Sunday night, £5 rebuy. So you can get involved in that if you want to. Tristan's in the chat. Good evening to you, Tristan. A few weeks ago, we mentioned the online worlds. We did. I
don't think we did, Lee. We never mentioned that, did we?
We definitely did.
Shut that down.
And I am just waiting on the events to appear in the lobby, because I don't like announcing anything till I've seen the events in the lobby, because I've had years of experience of dealing with online providers, and until I've seen them in there, I'm not going to go saying these are the dates they're going to be. But the plan is it will be this month. So as soon as they are up and loaded, I will get the necessary information out. We'll get it out across social media. We'll pop a mailer out about it. And we've got some nice little bit of added value on as well for the online worlds. So we will get that info out to you as soon as we possibly can.
Fantastic. Looks like we've got a big hand happening here in Ash.
Jack 10 versus the 4s, and on that board, the 4s are ahead, but Jack 10's got an up and down straight draw and obviously got 2 overcards to the 4s. Jacob versus Martin, and the Jack 10 has missed of Jacob. He's only got 1.9 million behind. Martin's got 15 million, 2.2 in the middle. I guess Jacob's got the option here of, do you stick it in? But I guess Martin might call off with his 4s, to be honest.
I suppose we haven't seen the action of who's been raising what. Oh, it's a big move to commit more to this pot, but it's the only way he gets chips out.
Yeah, he's only pretty much got a pot size bet behind, and in it goes. Oh, he's only bet $1 million.
And the call comes.
And he's made the call. And I think Martin might be quite surprised to see he's actually ahead, but I think he felt like he had to call. But he's actually in a good spot. Very strange of Jacob there to put half his stack in on the river.
It was cheap on the end, Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah, that felt. So he's down to 4 bigs now. Was our chip leader on this feature table not that long ago.
Wow.
And is now down to 4 bigs. And Brian is up to nearly 3-1 chip lead here. Just giving a few back to 2 cats, but Brian in very good position here on this online heads up. Online heads up on your screen, bottom right is the live stream from Ash. We'll keep an eye on that as well and flick between anything if we see any action there as well at the moment. But the plan is that we will play this out, this online out, and then and see where we're at. But the Ash main event is down to 2 tables now, so it's going to be playing for quite a lot longer this evening. But it's been good fun to be able to join the guys over there and give you an idea of the setup and what's going on, and it's well worth getting yourself over there. And as a poker trip, it's a cool place to go and visit. I
tell you what, Lee, a random question for you in the chat box from Steve. Are you watching Slow Horses season 5? I assume you've been watching Slow Horses. Have you mentioned this to Steve in the past?
For those that don't, I mean, we've talked about Slow Horses on this show quite a lot. So we binge it. So there's 6 episodes. So as soon as 6 are done, we watch it, and pretty much the day the 6th one is done, because Jen loves it.
Bang, straight in there.
Jen loves it, absolutely loves it. I think there's 7 or 8 books in the series in total.
Wow.
And it's unusual for Jen, because she normally will read books, but she will only read those books once the TV series has come out, because she doesn't want to spoil that, because she's so enjoying the actual TV series. Normally the book is far better than anything that is on the screen. Whatever. But for this particular one, so I think we've looked at it. I think it's the last week in October, the last one drops, so pretty much then we'll be you won't get hold of us, phones will be off, and we'll pretty much binge all 6 episodes in one go. And then as soon as we finish binging the 6th episode, Jen will be really angry that there's not the next season.
It's gone now.
We had this the other day. Are you a Blue Lights fan, Des?
Haven't watched Blue Lights.
BBC? No. Incredible.
Really?
Set in Blue Lights? Set in Northern Ireland, police series, set in Northern Ireland.
Wee Donkey?
3rd season of it now. You'd love it.
Wow. Well, where's this?
On BBC. It's all on iPlayer.
I gotta find that.
Yeah, you will love it. It's only 6 episodes a series, so very managed. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, wow. really gets its spot. It's kind of got a little bit of kin about it.
Okay, yeah, it would have to.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of kin.
Is there a little bit of politics in there as well?
Yeah, a lot of politics, and of course, obviously, it's
a lot of the old stuff.
Set in Northern Ireland, so you've got a lot of stuff going on there. So it's very very good indeed. So well worth checking out. We've gone back to Sasha. Does that mean they now actually on a break now? Maybe
it's hard to know. It's hard to know.
No. He's behind him. It says that next break is like an hour and 50. So you're just getting that little thing. I'm getting.
This covers, so when they have a break and something else comes up, we get this.
I'm getting now short break. Action will continue at 7 minutes past midnight. So they are on a 15-minute break.
Okay.
Properly on a 15-minute break now. So I'm going to guess we're going to be probably done with this online in the next 15 minutes. In which case we may well call it a day. I get it. So while they're on a break on Twitch, you get a little gallery scroll.
Yes. On the casino. It looks great.
Beautiful. A lot of the chef guy doing carvy stuff with meat and stuff like that.
Leigh, just go to the Facebook page for Grand Casino Ash. Take a look through the pictures. They had Oktoberfest, naturally, fairly recently, right? You'd expect that, Oktoberfest. It looks so glamorous, the whole place. Not at all like Sandro or Sash or any of the teams that come over. It just looks glamorous. They're
normally in their hoodies, aren't they, for the weekend? But as we
they're
are
dressed down to come to the UK.
As we are, so that's perfectly.
I have a series for you, Leigh. I don't even know if you would watch the genre, but I just came across this on Netflix very recently. Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire, a series. 2 seasons have appeared.
Yes. I would happily watch that. Yes, I have seen it. So
very good.
Yeah, I have seen that. So
Simon has.
What am I hearing in the background? Are you?
That could be all sorts of frivolities happening in Czechia. So let me just turn that down. Simon says Black Rabbit. I think perhaps that was a posting for a different forum. I mean.
Yeah,
doesn't look like a poker term.
Who knows what he's referring to there? No, isn't Black Rabbit a series?
It may be, Leigh, but to be honest, the cheap joke was just too. It was just too there.
I mean, I fully understand. I'm obviously now going to. I mean, should I be Googling Black Rabbit? Is this going to be?
I would do it from a private or an incognito browser if you could.
It's going to get me into all sorts of trouble. Oh no! Yes, no. It's the new one on Netflix with Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's on our list with Jude Law and Jason Bateman.
Really?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. So it only came out maybe a week ago, something like that.
Oh, Leigh.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not too proud to mention this one, but Sean, she mentioned to me, I think it was on Wednesday. She said, how come you're not watching Big Brother? And I went, huh? Because I watch Big Brother every year. I'm embarrassed, but I'll own it. I watch it every year. I find it really interesting as a...
is it clashing with Love Island or...
I don't watch any of that shit. Oh, no, I won't watch Love Island. I've never seen Love Island in my life.
Get me off the Divorce Island or whatever.
Yeah. I don't do that one. I'm above that one. But I'm not above Big Brother. I've always watched it. I've always enjoyed it. And I said to her, what? Big Brother? When is that coming on? And she said, it started last Sunday. So, oh my God, how have I missed that? I don't watch live TV anymore. I don't watch terrestrial TV.
Starting this week is a UK Celebrity Traitors. Okay. Now, if you like Traitors, the lineup looks very, very good.
Oh, really?
Stephen Fry is on there. Okay. I saw he was on this. It looks a pretty good caliber of celebrity lineup. Sometimes some of the celeb stuff is a bit, it's like who are they? I mean, we happened to stumble across Strictly on Saturday night for about 10 minutes, and a guy came on, and I said, "Looks like a gladiator to me." And Jen went, "What?" And I went, "Yeah, it looks like a gladiator." And he was, of all things. I don't even watch Gladiator. And he was like, it's like, which is the ex-referee does that now, doesn't he?
Clattenburg.
Yeah. You're not missing anything on the poker, by the way, as we're rambling on, because as much as they're on a break in Ash,
breaks everywhere
for 10 minutes, and it's 5 to the hour online. And as we all know in the poker world, and I've even brought it into my work environment now, where I say to people, 5 to the hour. If we're doing virtual meetings, 5 to the hour, we should just all have a 5-minute break. It's a sensible thing to do. Yeah,
we need to bring back Turbo Millionaire Lee. And meanwhile, in another misclick in the chat box, Simon says clashes with Beat the Chasers.
There's your problem. Yeah. Was it Beat the Chasers? When did that get mentioned? Was it the show last week that got mentioned? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Didn't you and Chris Bean, I want to say, and others try to enter some sort of TV?
Oh, so quiz. me and Dave Amos and JP applied for Only Connect. We got politely turned down for that, but apparently we found out that like some of the teams in that, like they've like been applying for like 4 or 5 years to try and get on
sympathy and trace.
So I think one of the teams this year even made the comment that it was going to be their last year of trying to apply because they just kind of got fed up of trying to apply. We haven't applied this year yet, and I'm not sure whether I kind of got talked into it. It was like, yeah, okay, we'll do it, but I think probably Dave and JP are far better at that kind of stuff than me. But we've had all sorts of people on. So we've had different people on the chase before, haven't we? Who's done the chase? Has Dawn done the chase? And Sarah Cushion done the chase?
Yeah, Sarah Cushion definitely did the chase.
I thought Dawn had done something.
I can't remember. Did Claire?
I certainly know what we should say. We've not mentioned it on the show, but obviously when we're talking about Vegas and things going on in Vegas, obviously, huge congratulations to Dawn and Gary.
Oh yes, married
over in Vegas. Yeah,
looked very special.
Dawn finally made an honest man of him. It's been a long time coming, but yeah, superb. Congratulations to them. The photos just oozed happiness.
Yes,
from what I saw, just absolutely oozed happiness, and 2 of the nicest people on the planet. So yeah, congratulations to them both.
Well, Triss has just wrote here, Dawn 1000s. Lol, I didn't know Gary was that wealthy. Is he that wealthy?
Well, yeah, really.
Oh, good work, Dawn.
Nice. Well done, Dawn. Bought into cash. Nice, good one. Well done. Happy days. No, I thought Dawn had done. Yeah, I thought Dawn had done something
on the chase.
Yeah, I thought she had. Yeah,
brilliant. Brillianto.
So very, very well done to her. Indeed. I mean, all I can offer is I put a biscuit quiz up on my Facebook this week because it was something that I did about 4 years ago. So feel free to. The blonde team entered Eggheads, And
Kimboshi was on there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, so only two of them made it through to the final. And Claire made it through because I think she didn't do a round. So I think Tighty was the only one that beat an egghead. The others did. But to be honest, yeah, it's pretty tough to go up against those guys and to try and
I thought you were going to say it's pretty tough to go up against Tighty.
Oh, he's super knowledgeable. He's very, very knowledgeable.
He's a pro.
Yeah, he's got a bulldog these days.
Yeah.
I saw a picture the other day.
Yeah.
Very cute. Very cute indeed. Yeah, lovely.
And the bulldog.
Hey, yeah.
And we're back and in play here.
We are. They've still on the break in Ash for about another 6 minutes or so. I'm just seeing a picture of a pig's head with tomatoes as eyes, but it's lovely.
Is that the buffet over there, Lee?
That's the buffet over there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what more could you want? So Douglas Dew is in huge position here, 4-1 chip lead now. 2 cats, chips in the middle. Is Brian going to call it off this time? No, but we are at that point now where this is going to happen here because it's a 3.5-1 chip lead. 2 cats has got a little bit of work to do. We should know who 2 cats is. How do we not know who 2 cats is?
What flag are we rocking? Is that a Greek flag, Lee?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who we know who would be of Greek nationality. Oh, could be one of numerous, I guess.
Well, I thought first of all thought would it be Yanni, but
well, Yanni's not. Is he?
No, but necessarily, but no.
Oh, hello.
Ace-8, this is Queen Jack, and the Queen Jack gets there. Isn't that always the way on this online poker? It's absolutely rigged for the chip leader. Rigged for the chip leader. A huge congratulations to Brian Frew. He's Douglas Dew, and he's gone and done the business. The penny whistle will be going mad at the moment. Congratulations to you, Brian. You have picked yourself up an APAT £140 Player's Choice seat to use for any event you like in 2025 or 2026, whatever takes your fancy. We will see you at an event at some point for sure. Quick shout out to 2 cats that picked up £42 tonight, to Geo Murph that picked up 25, and to also Skit Tech Mike, well done for picking up 17. A little bit of cash wasn't your night when it comes to the seat, but hey, congratulations. If you do want to win a seat, tomorrow night we've got an APAT draw on Poker Raffles. If you want to get involved in that one, let me tell you how many seats are left for the APAT draw first. Just 39 left for that for tomorrow night. If you want to get involved in that one, do so. But the big one tomorrow night is what is on the screen there now. It is the WSOP Circuit UK triple draw. That is 3 winners that will all pick up a £1,500 main event seat to play in Nottingham next month. And we will be picking the winners tomorrow night for that. That has currently still got 2,800 odd. Yeah, 2,800 of 6,000. So it's only just over halfway sold out. So if you've got tickets for that for tomorrow night, we'll sell a few more in the next 24 hours. We know how it works. We always do on the draw day. But it's going to be super value. I think we might just about, Des, get to we'll have sold enough tickets to cover the cost of the seats, in which case you're pretty much flicking in like a flip and go for it, really. There's no, it's going to be as good value as you're likely to get. So if you want to get some tickets for that, go for it. Give it a go. You can use the code APAT25 if you're a new customer, and you'll get 25% off all of your tickets. So do that and give that one a whirl if you want to. But that's the online tonight. Next weekend we are in Leeds, so it is it's the day 1A on the Friday night, starts at 6:00. Day 1B is 3:00 on the Saturday, and then everybody who's in the money on day 2 comes back at, I think it's 1:00 on the Sunday, all in the money. So say similar, if you played Portsmouth or you played Liverpool or you played Glasgow recently, very similar structure to that. Plus there's also some side events as well. That is next weekend. Tom will be up there looking after you all next weekend. We'll be back definitely to the APAT show next Sunday. Hey, if they're still playing at Leeds, we'll get Tom to do a
with his phone.
Give us he can give us a live stream from Leeds. That'd be pretty cool. But I think with Ash still being on a break and they are down to 2 tables, which means they are going to be playing for quite a while longer. What we should do is just say a huge thanks to Sandro and the team, to Sasha and Jan, isn't it, as well?
Jan.
Who got the feed sorted for us so we could have a lot of fun for the last hour and a half, keeping an eye on what's going on there and chatting about it, giving you guys a chance to see, what goes on at Ash. So super congratulations and a huge congratulations to the team for what they put on this week. 170,000 euro payouts in total, over 1,000 people in the main event, 140,000 in the main event, over 20,000, was 23,000 up top for the winner. Just absolutely crazy numbers. Looks like everyone's thoroughly enjoyed themselves over in Ash this week. And we really do appreciate everything that Sandro and the team do, not only for the events they put over there, but when they come over to Nottingham and support the events that we do over here. It is much appreciated. You are very much part of the APAT family. And we love working with you guys. It's super cool.
Fantastic. Thank you, Leigh. And just a final thanks to everybody who joined us tonight. Hope you had a good night's poker. Remember, Leigh and I are back tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. with raffles, pokerraffles.com. Big draws tomorrow night. Big opportunities to play big events. If we see you then, fantastic. If not, hopefully.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow night to check out Des's big draws. Come on, 9 o'clock.
My headline act is Simon with his rabbit.
Have we never used that as promo?
Fantastic. Let's not clip that. So listen, if we don't see you tomorrow evening, have a great week, folks, and hopefully we'll see you again next Sunday night for APAT Online. Ciao, everyone. Good night.